DAZN is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win! Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time, a night to remember.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
Come on. Guys.
Add some play with National Lottery scratch cards.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy. The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
The moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
How do you like it? On the show. So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. Weigh in live on DAZN.
Yeah, we are one sleep away from an amazing fight card. Look at these two, by the way, but that's just the starter. Come with me for the main course. And the main course is this one, Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma. Cracking main event. I want to focus on that man because the last time he hit the scales against Ebenezer Tete, he was 260 pounds plus. I am telling you now, we're going to see some abs. I'm thinking 245 pounds. What that means is we have a great main event. Dillian Whyte, old lion, Moses Itauma, young lion. Lock in, weigh-in start right now.
Future of the heavyweight division rolls on undefeated.
I'm called the brightest prospect or whatever I'm called. It is just noise. It's just step by step, fight by fight. If you're gonna ask me like what's my plan in this division, is to knock Dillian Whyte out, I guess.
Going in with somebody like Dillian, who's got a wealth of experience and at the top level and so forth, would be a really big test for him.
Today gonna say that you're the best, tomorrow might say you're the worst.
You know, I ain't got nothing to prove to no one. All the pressure is on him.
The bright lights of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. We are one sleep away from the big boys throwing hands. This is day 4, the most important day. This is the day we make it official. The weigh-ins are about to commence. Welcome inside the Kingdom Arena here in Saudi Arabia. That's the stage where the weigh-ins are going to take place. Welcome in to my studio as well. Heavyweight studio, Eddie Hearn, Andy Lee, and Darren Barker. Hello, gents. Good evening. How's everyone doing?
Good, mate.
I clearly didn't get the memo in terms of what to wear. Obviously, cream is the attire today. Eddie, so intrigued to get your thoughts on this main event. Honest thoughts, when this fight was first made, what you thought about it, and as we are a day away, what you think about it now.
What I thought was that it won't happen.
Okay.
You know, I don't believe Dillian Whyte will take this fight. I don't believe he'll make it to the ring. For a mixture of reasons. I thought it was a terrible style matchup for him. I thought, why do you want to roll the dice against Moses Itauma? But I was very wrong. He's here, he looks in great shape, and he's ready to do that. I think it's a great fight to debate because Moses Itauma is unquestionably an incredible talent.
Yeah.
All the clips that you saw there is Moses Itauma over the last 12 months. And all the clips you saw of Dillian Whyte spreads over 10 years. You know, the AJ fight was, I think, 10 years ago this year, right? So he's been inactive. He's 37 years old. He's not tremendous against southpaw. He's definitely not tremendous against speed and the kind of punch variety and variation that Moses Itauma will bring. But he does have the ability to do two things, which is test areas of Moses Itauma that we just haven't had clarification on. Chin, and what's it like when he goes to the trenches? Can he take him there? Because I think the first 3 or 4 rounds are going to be horrendous for Dillian Whyte. If he comes through that, if he can get on the chest, if he can make it a fight, I'm fascinated to see it. The jury's out on whether he can or not, and these two are probably better versed to tell you.
I couldn't put it any better. He's saying he sold the
That's
fight. Yeah, you should leave. Mic drop.
I had questions to Andy, and he threw those to you without knowing. Andy, put your trainer hat on for us. It's been a hat that's done you very good in the last few months and years. How does Dillian get this done stylistically if you were trying to see a way for Dillian to win?
Like Eddie said, the early rounds are crucial. Try to get through those early rounds in any way possible without taking any damage, and then come on in the after 4 rounds. I think it's a fight. After 4 rounds, I think he can definitely get in the fight. He's got to be careful of Moses' left hand, but also the jab. And if he can, if he can do this, if he's practiced it, time the jab of Moses. Throw your right hand at the same time. Take your head to the left and throw your right hand over the top. It would just stop Moses from being that aggressive. He's got to present a threat to Moses, and just so Moses has to respect letting his hands go and trying to start his attacks. But the left hook you saw in those highlights from Dillian Whyte has been his money punch, so the body end of the head. So he's got to get that going, try to get close to Moses and make it a dogfight.
Ed, being self-confessed best promoter in the world.
I'll be honest, it's the opinion of a lot of people, not just me.
What do you do with both fighters if they win?
I mean, for Dillian Whyte, obviously it's going to set him up into all big fights out here. You know, there's the Joseph Parker rematch. Obviously, he wants a shot at the world title. There's a potential AJ fight. There's just, you know, for me, this is great matchmaking from Moses Itauma. The fact that they've been able to get Dillian Whyte in the ring to face him is a really good notch on the career post of Moses Itauma. It can go wrong, right? I mean, this is the heavyweight game. And Andy said, if he lands that left hook on Moses Itauma, it doesn't matter whether he's got a good chin or not. It's a problem. I want to see it. I want to see. You go, because Moses has got that wonderful naivety at the moment about him because he's never been in a real heavyweight dogfight. So he's walking around the hotel, he starts to look, he almost looks like he's grown in size and stature, and he has in aura and confidence. And that's going to make him even more dangerous in his flow because he's that type of fighter. But could the confidence be a little bit too much? You know, when there's so much hype behind someone, it's hard not to buy into it as an individual, you know, and this is a real fight. He's never beaten anyone, even remotely close to world level.
But if he does beat Dillian Whyte, then what?
Yeah. Oh, I think Moses is the real deal. But when they talk about Usyk and all this kind of stuff, he's 20 years old. Yeah. I mean, it's such a huge, you know, I mean, Andy's seen him up close, I'm sure, in Spark. So he could tell you.
No, he can go to war, Moses.
Yeah, but can he beat Usyk?
No.
I mean, you know, I mean, why would you take? There's such a massive gulf between the current Dillian Whyte and Alexander Usyk, and at 20 years of age, you don't need to be going there. So for me, after Dillian, I would just go up the tree. I would fight a top 10 guy, I'd fight a top 5 guy, see if Hrgovic comes through against Adelaide. Maybe that's a good fight. You know, for me, there's time. Because at 20, he's going to be around for a long time.
All right, let's have a look at some Moses Itauma clips. This is why everyone is excited about him. Obviously, look, as you're saying, you are correct in saying it. He hasn't fought anyone in the top 10, top 50, maybe not even top 20. But I guess you can only go on what he's done. And what he's done against the likes of Dempsey McKean,
you know,
incredible.
Dempsey McKean went 12 rounds with Hrgovic, right? And Moses flattened him, but he didn't have any activity. Balogun's a tough guy. I mean, forget top 10 or top 20, with all due respect, he may not be top 50 in the world, Balogun. So it's not, I don't think Moses has been matched poorly. It's just such a huge jump from Dempsey McKean and Balogun to Dillian Whyte. The downside for Dillian is the activity, right? Just that Ebenezer Tete fight where he really didn't look good. And it's the size now of Dillian which is leading to the debate of your opener. He looks half the man that he was. Is that a good thing? I mean, is he going for speed? Is he just getting old? Is he injured? I mean, I just don't know.
This is why we're all going to tune in, right? It is intriguing. Another fight that I think is really intriguing is your guy, Raymond Ford, against Abraham No, but maybe more intriguing than Kakache fight. Especially for Ford because of the Ashaki Foster comparison.
Ray's that kind of guy. He's out of that same kind of school, the same training camp as Shakur and those guys. An elite talent, really is. I thought he beat Nick Ball. It was a razor-thin fight either way. He moves up now to 130. We got the two best 130-pounders in the world with Sugar Nunes and Ray Ford. They're on a collision course, but he's got to look good against
Would you match him against Sugar Nunes if he wins?
Of course.
You don't want to do the Oshaki Foster route?
I'd rather do that and then let them fight each other. But when you've got two fighters in-house, it's a lot easier to make that fight. But I need a statement from Ray Ford. You know, a statement's important. And listen, I know, you know, you're going to talk about the other fights, but Nick Ball against Goodman's a great fight. This Goodman is a tough cookie. The styles are going to mix there fantastically well. I do think that the damage, the way that Goodman cuts up, I think he's going to get, you know, busted up in that fight, but I think there'll be blood everywhere in that fight. And I love Adelaide against Hrgovic. I think it's a fascinating matchup, that fight.
He's good, isn't he? Clearly he's done this before.
We don't need
anyway,
to be
Eddie,
here.
I know you. You can go. Let us be, Eddie.
The only thing we haven't got in common, I'm the only one not getting paid.
All right, you can go. I know you've got to be on stage. Box Raw doing some incredible stuff as well. And look at this, by the way. This happened today. Absolutely packed. Box Raw Sparring Club. They did this the same time we had those fights in Queens. Remember Hamza Shiraz, Edgar Berlanga headlined it. It was a midweek thing there as well. And Darren, this is so good. I mean, a lot of people are flying in from all over the world for the chance to fight in front of people like Buddy McGirt, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn. It's working.
Yeah, what an opportunity. I mean, look, me and Andy would tell you, when you're young and you have opportunities to spar, there might be people around in the gym that you're looking to impress. But look at this. This is everything. I mean, there really is a great opportunity here for these guys to really shine, make a statement, and get an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, it's almost like they're on trial. It's almost like they're being scouted, right? We don't really know who they are. They're coming. They're applying to do this from all over the world, flying in on their own dime as well, in the hope that someone sees them and signs them up.
Well, it just shows you the desire they have, you know, and how lucky the fighters are in the circle and on this stage. Because there's, for everyone that's here fighting tomorrow night, there's 300 or 400 trying to get in that spot. So, yeah, it's a good initiative, and hopefully some of the fighters who actually take part do get those opportunities.
Did your application get declined?
They said under 40s. So I was like, okay, I wouldn't do it then. All right, let's remind you of the fight card you can expect tomorrow. We've been talking about the main event and co-main, but it's a really good card. Mohamed Adekel kicks things off against Human Santosh Singh. Raymond Ford You heard Eddie Hearn talk about him there. He takes on Abraham Nova. It was supposed to be Anthony Kakache, Filip Hrgovic versus David Adelaide. The winner could fight the winner of our main event, by the way. Hayato Tsutsumi, unbeaten Japanese fighter, takes on Kez Ashfaq, Olympian. Nick Ball, Britain's only male world champion, takes on the unbeaten Sam Goodman. And then our main event, I'm billing it as Old Lion versus Young Lion. I think there's a lot left in Dillian Whyte, maybe middle-aged Lion against Young Lion. Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma. All right, your MC is ready, the fighters are ready as well, so let's throw it down to Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for Esports World Cup Fight Week as we get ready for a great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow from A&B Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This great event is being brought to you by Esports World Cup and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Spencer Brown for Gold Star Promotions, The Ring Magazine, and Sella. Along with their great sponsors, STC, Kadia, SNB, Arena Fitness Innovation, and the Mike Tyson Boxing Club. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this great event will be shown live worldwide on DAZN by now at DAZN.com. At this time, we would like to give a big thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, and Chairman of the Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round lightweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Manipur, India. He has a professional record of 3 wins, 6 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Yumnam Santosh Singh. And now we welcome from right here, Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, undefeated with 4 victories. Here is Mighty Mohammed Al-Akil. And we welcome, first to the scale, Yumnam Santosh Singh. .132.6 for Yumnam Santosh Singh. Now to the scale, Mohammed Al-Akil. .132 for mighty Mohammed Al-Akil. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow.
On the scales, does Mohammed Al-Akil. Obviously, this was billed as a super featherweight, but clearly there's an agreement there for both of them to come in at 133 or below. And look, I mean, let's see what he can do under Abel Sanchez. Let's see if we can see something different than we did when he was with Joe Gallagher.
And if he does show improvements, which he has been under Joe Gallagher, then, you know, things are exciting for young Al-Akil. He's impressed me, certainly in his last 2 or 3. He's got a lot to like about him and a big future with the backing of this great nation.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round super featherweight contest. We will first welcome, born in Carolina, Puerto Rico, now residing in Santo Domingo en la República Dominicana. He brings a record of 24 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw. 17 of those 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome the former world title challenger, Abraham Supernova. And now we welcome, from Camden, New Jersey, USA. His professional record consists of 17 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw. 8 of his 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 9 by Ring Magazine, he is the former WBA featherweight champion of the world, Raymond Savage Ford. And first to the scale, we welcome Abraham Nova. 129.1 for Abraham Supernova. Now to the scale, Raymond Ford. 130.3 for Raymond Savage Ford.
Barry, it's a great matchup, this one, between two very good super featherweights. Both wanting that world title shot, and who knows, a win for either man, and they could be knocking on the door to the world champions.
Yeah, because one's been a world champion, the other one's boxed at a high level and fought for the world title, so it's they're right up there. Nova's a really good fighter. This is a real risky fight here for Ford. This is not a mark time fight before he gets a world title shot. This is a real test for him against a big guy who likes to walk you down with a high guard, is a loose puncher, and punches off your punches. He's not afraid to mix it with you as well. So I think the footwork of Ford is going to be the difference here. In and out with the feet, darting with the combination, and just moving around the target. But it's to tell you, he makes a mistake, Nova will make him pay.
Look at the size of Nova, by the way. I mean, he's going to weigh 140 plus in the ring. He's going to be a big boy in the ring.
Yeah, he is, and I echo what Barry said. Very, very good fighter. This is a live fight. So much on the line for the winner here to really push on.
Okay, Abraham Nova. I mean, what a fight this is. Fight fans are really looking forward to it. I noticed he was talking to you up there. What did he say?
I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. I wasn't. I was just focused. I'm focused for tomorrow night, ready to do my job, ready to do work, and I'm prepared.
One thing that he did say at the press conference yesterday is that you're trying to hype yourself up and you don't truly believe it. What do you say to that?
I don't know, man. He thinks I'm trying to hype myself up. I mean, I'm a fighter. I mean, I'm always, if you know what I do, I always come to fight. I mean, I'm never trying to, it's just his opinion. I mean, he's just talking. I don't know what to say about that, you know?
And we know you mean business because you brought this fella along as well. What can you tell us about him?
You know, he's my biggest supporter. I mean, I'm my biggest fan. I mean, that's my supernova right there, you know? So I'm excited. I got a big fan.
Best of luck to you, Abraham Nova.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's get a word with Raymond Savage Ford. You've just faced off with Abraham Nova. You've just done a face-off with him. What were you saying to him up there?
It's ass whooping time. You know what time it is?
He seems very confident. He really fancies this job. He's taken this fight for a reason.
I mean, everybody got a reason to fight. So whatever his reason is, that's, you know, between him.
What are you going to show us tomorrow night?
Levels.
Best of luck to you, Raymond Savage Ford.
Appreciate it.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the WBO International and vacant WBA Continental Gold Heavyweight Championships. Let's first welcome the challenger from London, England. His professional record, 14 wins, just 1 defeat. 13 of his 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former British, English, and WBO European heavyweight champion, Big D, David Adelaide. And now let's welcome the defending champion from Zagreb, Croatia. A 2016 Olympic bronze medalist, now has a professional record of 18 wins, just 1 defeat. 14 of his 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 6 by Ring Magazine. Tomorrow, he will be the reigning and defending WBO International Heavyweight Champion, Filip El Animal Hrgović.
Let's get down to business.
First to the scale, we welcome David Adelaide, the challenger.
We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business. Mama, please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.
240.5 for Big D, David Adelaide. Now to the scale, Filip Hrgović, the defending champion. 241.9 for the defending champion, Filip El Animal Hrgović.
That's as lean as I've seen Hrgović for a long time. I guess it's that training with Abel Sanchez in Big Bear. He looks really good. When this fight was announced, this was almost like, where's this come from, this fight?
Really, but intriguing one again, a crossroads fight. Can Adelaide step up to world-class level, and has Hrgović still got it? Very intriguing fight.
Barry, not much in terms of weight on the scales, but a lot in terms of experience. We're going to need to see a really good Adelaide to get the job done.
I think so. Listen, Adelaide's a fantastic personality. He's a really good star. I think him with Adam Booth, that twitchy little acceleration in his pace is good for him. But he's up against a guy who's technically good, very, very tough. And if he's trained right, he is a world-class fighter, Hrgović, if he trained right.
Looks good, doesn't he, though, Darren Hrgović? We know Adelaide always looks good, but Hrgović was the question mark. He looks really good on the scales.
He seems to have the bit between his teeth, but I see Adelaide after the press conference yesterday, and he said he's going to have no regrets after this fight. He's going to leave it all in the ring.
All right, let's hear it from both, starting with David Adelaide with DAZN on stage.
Okay, Big D, David Adelaide. Now, this is a fight that you wanted. This is a fight that you asked for. 24 hours to go. How are you feeling?
I'm ready to rock and roll. No more talking tomorrow night.
Listen, do you feel like he's in for a bit of a shock tomorrow night? Because he's been pretty dismissive of everything that you can do.
Tomorrow night.
Best of luck to you. All talking's done. Big D, David Adelaide. Let's hear it for him. Okay, I'm with El Animal, Filip Hrgović. David Adelaide didn't want to say too much. What did you see when you looked into his eyes? Did you see anything special?
Do I need to repeat? Can you guess what?
Probably something about getting down to business.
Let's get down to business.
Do you feel you're going to knock out David Adelaide tomorrow night?
Hopefully.
Best of luck. Filip Hrgović, ladies and gentlemen.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round super featherweight contest. let's first welcome, coming to us from Leeds, West Yorkshire, England, a 2016 Olympian, now with a professional record of 13 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Kez Ashfaq. And now let's welcome, from Tokyo, Japan. He had a stellar amateur career, becoming a youth world champion. And now, as a proud Ring Magazine ambassador, he is undefeated as a professional with 7 wins, 4 of his 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hayato Sutsumi. And first to the scale, we welcome Kez Ashfaq. $131.9 for Kez Ashfaq. Now to the scale, Hayato Sutsumi. The same, 131.9 for Hayato Sutsumi.
I have to admit, Darren, looking at Kez Ashfaq there on the scales, physically he looks a lot better than I've seen him before. It looks like he's put on a bit of size. Obviously, this is just above super featherweight limit of 131.9, but I think he looks really good in the scales.
He does, and he's going to need to be at his best, both mentally and physically. He's in tough with this man here, Sutsumi. He's a very, very good fighter, but so is Ashfaq. You know, he's got that great amateur pedigree, and he's going to have to lean on that massively tomorrow night. As I say, Sutsumi does everything very, very well. He's a danger man in the division.
Just before we hear from both men, Barry, in terms of Kez Ashfaq, it is backs against the wall, isn't it? He needs a good performance here.
He does, and like Darren said, he's a brilliant boxer. He needs to use his brain. You've got to keep moving, but not run against this guy. That's a problem. But he's up against it, but he is a talent.
All right, let's hear from former Olympian. He's on stage with DAZN.
Okay, Kez Ashfaq, I know you've had a big, long camp for this one, an important fight for you. Is this the best Kez Ashfaq yet?
100%. Camp's gone great. I'm here to win. I'm not here to make up numbers. And you'll see that Saturday night. And like I mentioned yesterday, Allah's with me. That's all I need.
And a lot of people are writing you off. Just explain to us how much a win would mean to you tomorrow.
Unbelievable amounts. It puts me where I believe I can be. I believe I should be. I like to say Allah's with me. That's the most important thing. And with that, don't matter who writes me off. I'm here. You know what I mean?
Best of luck to you, Cash.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's hear it for Kez Ashfaq. And now let's speak to Hayato Sutsumi. Firstly, I mean, how much are you looking forward to putting on a show here in Riyadh, your first fight outside of Japan?
キャリアで初めて海外での試合だと思うんですけれども、どれぐらい楽しみにしてらっしゃいますか？
そうですね、リヤドの皆さんの前で試合ができることを本当1ヶ月前からずっと楽しみにしていたので、自分のボクシングをして自分を表現したいなと思います。
For the last whole month, like I've been looking forward to this chance today and to showing my the fighting in front of everybody in Riyadh. So, yeah.
And what are you going to show us tomorrow night?
明日何を見せてくれますか？
素晴らしい KO ショーを。
Incredible KO.
Okay, best of luck, Hayato Sutsumi.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event tomorrow, it is scheduled for 12 rounds. It will be for the WBA Featherweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome the challenger. coming to us from Albion Park, New South Wales, Australia. He brings an undefeated record with 20 wins, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 4 by Ring Magazine, let's welcome the undefeated world title challenger, Sam Goodman. And now let's welcome the defending world champion from Liverpool, England. Undefeated with 22 wins, 1 draw, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked number 3 by Ring Magazine, and tomorrow in his 3rd world title defense, let's welcome the relentless, reigning and defending WBA featherweight champion of the world, Nick the Wrecking Bull. First to the scale, we welcome the challenger, Sam Goodman. $125.1 for the challenger, Sam Goodman. Now to the scale, the defending world champion, Nick Ball. $126 for the defending world champion, Nick the Wrecking Bull.
And Barry, he looks like a wrecking ball. He's filled out quite nicely, has Nick Bull, and he's a fantastic champion. Obviously, he wants the unification fights. He wants the Inoue fight. He's got to look good tomorrow against an unbeaten Sam Goodman. It's a tough task.
He has, but also he has a guy who's going to try and walk him down, Goodman. Goodman's a good boxer. I think he's a good test. He keeps his shape really well. But he does try and come forward. And I think if he can push Ball back, Ball's in trouble. But I think Ball with his strength, I think Ball also with his movement around the target is most definitely going to cause Goodman lots of trouble.
I think you're right, Barry. And the main fault of Goodman is that he leaves his chin up very high and doesn't move his head enough. And for Nick Ball, that's just like candy to a baby.
He's brilliant at that, isn't he? Around, the way people give him all that praise for being so strong, but the way he moves around the target is his skill.
All right, let's hear from the challenger first, Sam Goodman. He's on stage with DAZN.
Okay, Sam Goodman. I mean, I've heard you say there's never been a plan B for you. It's always been about this. 24 hours to go, your first world title shot. What's going through your head right now?
Just execution. Just worried about the job at hand and worried about what I've got to do tomorrow night. So feeling great. I'm ready to go.
What do you think will surprise Nick Ball about you in there tomorrow?
Everything I do. It's up to me to execute, like I said. If I do that, I think you'll get a lot of surprises.
Okay, best of luck, Sam Goodman.
Cheers.
Let's hear it. Okay, Nick the Wrecking Bull, Britain's only male world champion. How proud are you to be flying the flag, not just for Liverpool, but for the UK?
Always proud, yeah. To look how far I've come. You don't really get to do it much because we're always focused on what's in front of us, but when you take a minute to see how far I've come, yeah, I'm proud of myself, so I'm in a good position and fully focused on Saturday night.
You are a world champion, but you fight like a hungry challenger, still climbing up the rankings. What can we expect from you tomorrow?
As always, all action from me.
Best of luck, Nick the Wrecking Bull.
Nice one there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great weigh-in so far with a super support card. And in 24 hours, it'll all be happening right here in Riyadh, the city that is the place to go, the greatest venue in the world today for sports and entertainment. And with that, special thanks, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and the chairman of both the General Entertainment Authority and the Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Our promoters for this event, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to us by Esports World Cup and the General Entertainment Authority, along with promoters Frank Warren for Queensberry, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, Spencer Brown for Gold Star Promotions, the Bible of Boxing, Ring Magazine, and Sella. Our sponsors are STC, Kadia, SNB, Arena Fitness Innovation, and Mike Tyson Boxing Club. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the main event. Scheduled for 10 rounds in the heavyweight division, on the line, 3 championship titles. They are the WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, the WBA International Heavyweight Championship, and the vacant Commonwealth Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all live on DAZN. Let's bring the heavyweight fighters to the stage, 2 of the best in the world. First, he's the challenger tomorrow night, a veteran of 34 professional fights, 31 victories, 21 big wins by knockout, only 3 defeats. Fighting out of Brixton, London, England, former 2-time WBC interim world heavyweight champion. He is the body snatcher, Dillian Whyte. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, comes to us with a perfect professional record consisting of 12 fights, 12 victories, 10 big wins by knockout, fighting out of Chatham, Kent, England, with that perfect undefeated record, the reigning and defending champion, the undefeated Moses Itauma. First onto the scales will be the challenger, and ladies and gentlemen, the official weigh-in will be done by the president of the Middle Eastern Professional Boxing Club, Jose Mahone. Dillian, onto the scales, please. You're the challenger. Put you on the scales first. Jose Mahone conducting the official weigh-in. 244.5 pounds for the challenger, the body snatcher, Dillian Whyte. Next onto the scales, the defending champion. 12 fights, 12 wins, 10 wins by knockout. £245.5 for the champion, the veteran versus youth. 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. 2 of the best in the world here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Here we go. This is what we've been waiting for, a stern face-off between the two. Dillian Whyte's weight, the topic of a lot of conversation this week. 261 pounds. Last time out against Ebenezer Tete, 244 pounds here tonight. Barry, he's in shape, that we know.
He's in shape, and obviously that's got to be, he's worried about the speed of Itauma, and that he has to be, maybe more active, be busier, and certainly faster with his feet. But I'm not quite sure that's a smart move. I don't know, but I mean, you can't match him for speed, you can't match him movement. You've got to be aggressive, you've got to drag him into a wall.
That's the lightest he's been for years. I mean, you can go back to when he first fought Derek Chisora way back in 2016, I think it was. It was 247. He's below that. I mean, it's a lightweight this is for Dillian Whyte.
Look, it shows real intent at that. It really does. He's taking this extremely serious, and so he should, because he's in there with a top-class prospect. just noting there as well, Itauma, 10 pounds lighter than he was against Balogun.
All right, let's hear it from Dillian Whyte. He's going to be spoken to first. He's with DAZN.
Now, you were supposed to be an old man. You're supposed to be cannon fodder. You've come in at one of the lightest weights of your career. Talk us through that.
It's been training by the grace of God. Things have worked out. Training's gone good. So, yeah, that's it.
You've come in proper shape. You've clearly put the work in. Tell me, at the press conference face-off yesterday, it just switched a little bit. He was talking to you. What were you saying to each other?
Nothing. He was just saying some stuff, and I was like, bro, relax. We're going to fight in a couple of days. Just take it easy, man. Just chill out.
You say relax. Does he seem nervous to you?
I don't pay much attention to all that. Listen, I'm a chilled guy until people mess about with me, you know. And then after, with me, I don't need to be a bully or go around crazy. It's just like that. I can just switch, just like that. So I'm just like, yo, relax, bro. Take it easy. We're good, man. Me ain't got no beef. It's just business. Chill out.
But you did say yesterday, I think you went on TalkSport, you said, listen, if it comes to it, I'll beat up his whole team.
Bro, listen, I will run straight to them and start brawling. I don't give a damn. Straight, I don't care. Listen, I don't care. That's my stuff. But anyway, he said, take my glasses off. Today I'm coming out no glasses, so get me.
There's a growing support from you. I think people are feeling nostalgic, seeing your old clips. Have you got a message for all of your fans who are backing you tomorrow night?
Takbir! 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 MashaAllah.
Best of luck, Dillian Whyte. Okay, let's hear from the man of the moment. Moses, this is it. Main event time, toughest fight of your career, toughest test, one more sleep. How are you feeling right now?
Brother, I've been in training for 12 weeks, 12 tough weeks. And honestly, the last 3-4 weeks, I've literally been saying to Ben, I just want to get to the easy bit. That's the fight game. That's the fight.
What did you make of the shape of Dillian Whyte? That's one of the lightest weights that we have seen him in his career. He's put in the work.
No, obviously, like I said, although we're two fighters, I've got utmost respect for Dillian. They're saying nothing personal, business.
Yesterday you said, I want to see if it's a wolf or a sheep. I want you to take the glasses off. Today, no glasses. What did you see, Moses?
A wounded animal.
How's this fight going to go?
Oh, come on, man. Moses Itauma victory.
Could it be over in a blink of an eye?
Listen, I ain't looking for it. I'm going to stick to the game plan. Whatever happens, happens.
What's your message to all of your fans and all these people here supporting you, Moses?
I'd like to say a big shukran to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I'm going to put a performance for you lot. Itauma's in town. Let's go.
Best of luck, Moses Itauma.
There you go, all done. Now it's all about tomorrow. Look, it is intriguing, isn't it? Dillian Whyte seems to be a different person. He almost seems to be reborn. This is the opportunity, Andy, that he's been waiting for years. He gets that opportunity. He's almost been on the wilderness looking in. Everyone's been in these big fights. He hasn't really had one. And he seems to be a man that's ready for that big fight, for the big occasion.
Yeah, and with that weight, it shows me that he's sacrificed a lot, as well as trained hard. Because I think you can always train hard, and he probably always has trained hard, but he's took his diet very serious. Yeah. He's been very disciplined, and I think I've liked the way he's approached the fight, downplaying himself and relishing the underdog role. I don't buy into it. I don't believe it. I think he's coming to fight.
Yeah, and look, he's coming to win as well, isn't he, Barry? I mean, he isn't just coming for a pay. Look, they all get paid, and they all get paid well. Congratulations to them, but he's coming for more than this.
When has he never? Even when he's underperformed, he always has a go. The way his whole thing is, his aggression puts you on the back foot. The way he swings into every shot, he commits to every punch. That's why we've all lived watching him fight over the years. But can you still do it? I mean, you're only as good as your last fight. That's not always true. But if you look at his last past performances, a little bit of a snap, the speed, just not quite there that it once was. So
he admitted himself he wasn't in the best of shape for those fights. He's openly said he didn't train. I just was taking the fight.
Can you switch
and he wasn't
it on
in
and
a
off
good
then?
place
Can
mentally.
you do
I think
that?
it was an interview with you. He said that
He did say
I
that.
wasn't in a good place. he doesn't need any more motivation than what he has right in front of him. A dangerous, hungry young fighter like Moses Itauma, and the chance to put himself right back in the title shot position if he wins tomorrow night.
What's interesting, and we'll find this out tomorrow, can he still do it, as Barry says? But what he's shown us there with losing the weight is that he still wants it. It's all right showing us, everybody here, look, I've lost that weight, blah, blah, blah. But it's showing to yourself that you're willing to still make those sacrifices. At these later years of your career, do I really still want it? Well, let's get in the gym, let's lose the weight, let's see if we want it. And he's proved, not just to us, to himself, that he's in a good position to give it his best.
Final one before I let you guys go. So it's a question to both of you, really. As former world champions, can you switch it on and off like that? Can you be like, yeah, I'm not in shape 1 week to fight Ebenezer Tete and I get in the best shape?
Of course you can.
You can, yeah?
I mean, fear of losing, fear of being up against a better opponent. No, you take a fight below your level. You can be complacent. You can. You shouldn't be, but of course you're going to be. I mean, so you can. I think you can be like that. But when you factor in wear and tear and age, all those things, you're looking for excuses sometimes.
Are you waiting for Dillian to come up behind you again? And you're running a risk. You're playing a risky game here.
I just give my honest opinion. I mean, listen, the way he fights will mean he'll push Itauma the best he can. But I just don't know if he can do it anymore.
Okay, guys, I hear you're going. Don't leave me, by the way. Don't take the car and go. You better not. Let's remind you of what's coming your way tomorrow. You don't need reminder, but let me do it anyway. It is the main event, Itauma versus Whyte, or as it says on there, Whyte versus Moses Itauma. Remember, you can buy this right now at DAZN.com/boxing. And this isn't the reason to buy this fight on DAZN. Loads more coming your way as well.
Listen up, let's have it. We know you've always got your eye on the prize, the championship belt. And why wouldn't you? You're a finely tuned, well-oiled boxing watching machine, capable of consuming over 185 fights on DAZN every year.
We've gone big, we've gone global.
Churning through combinations, comebacks, and non-stop knockouts. With big fights every week, you're the best in the world. So go on, get that belt. Champ DAZN, undisputed.
And look at what we've got coming for you. Look at this one. I'm going to ask this man about this one. Lewis Crocker versus Paddy Donovan from Belfast, September 13th. IBF welterweight title fight. Nathan Collins, who I think is going to be the man to fly the Scottish flag. He takes on European champion Lorenzo October 4th. And then no one would have predicted this one. Dave Ellen versus Arslanbek Mahmudov. And I think the card of the year, this Ring 4 card, Night of Champions. There's so many fights on that card. Dalton Smith versus Matthias can't even get on the poster. That's a good card, that is. And that's coming your way November 22nd. All right, look at that. We've done a bit of a swap very quickly. Barry Jones, Darren Barker out. Frank Warren in. Frank, this is all about your guy. We've been talking about him for 2 years. Here comes the acid test. How do you think he's looking?
Mentally, he's in a good place. Physically, he's there. He's trained very well. And as he said during his interview just now, he can't wait. And that's where he's at. He's a young man. He's got a lot of enthusiasm. He really believes in himself and believes he's going places. But he's in with somebody he described it, he's a wounded animal. And then wounded animals are dangerous.
You've known Dillian for years. You've worked with Dillian on many fights as well. I mean, this must be the best shape you've seen him look. I mean, He looks incredible, doesn't he?
Well, he's got himself prepared, but, this is an important fight for him. In as much that if he gets beat, where does he go? He's 37 years of age. So, he's going to give everything he can because he needs to stay relevant. He needs to win this fight. He needs to come through it with flying colours. And he believes in himself. He believes that he's got the ability to and the nous, the experience to nullify the young man's dreams and skills.
It isn't just about fight night, is it, with these young fighters? It's about the whole week. And I guess if you are Moses Itauma, you've gone from being an undercard fighter to now headline and pay-per-view event, having to deal with all the press, all the requirements and everything. It's not easy, is it? Especially at 20.
It can be draining, but when you are on the undercard, you're always picturing yourself in that top position. You're always planning and waiting for your chance to be the headline main event fighter. But it is draining. It does take a lot of its toll. It has to be managed. I have a question for you, Frank. When you were making this fight with Dillian, how eager was he to accept it? Was it a straight away, yes, give me the fight? that will tell you a lot.
It does, obviously.
in the mentality.
But he was keen, and obviously you go through the negotiation process with money and so forth. But yeah, he was up for it where people weren't. And, you know, we looked at it carefully and made the decision. Look, you know, for him, whatever happens, this is a fight he should learn from. Whatever happens. He's 20 years of age, yeah. So he's got, it's great experience for him. But he does believe in himself. And this, I believe Dillian has the ability to bring the best out of him, because he's going to have to be at his best.
Yeah.
So that's how it's going to be. One thing for sure, we're going to get a great fight.
Definitely.
I think we're going to get a great fight out of it.
Away from this main event, because Andy's here and you're here, I do want to quickly ask you about Hamza Shiraz, who's almost become a star himself now. I think he's one of the biggest names in British boxing. What next for him? I feel like I can toss this to both of you. What does Hamza do next? Do we wait for the Canelo winner, loser? I mean, what's the plan?
Well, we're going to wait for the Canelo-Crawford fight, which is in September in the States. It's an important fight, and then the decisions will be made.
Some big decisions, Frank.
They're big decisions, but look, he's in a place, he's got a great trainer, doing a brilliant job with him. He's in a brilliant place now, and he's at a comfortable weight. We're all happy with the weight. He's happy with the weight. And look at this. I mean, look how crisp.
Still couldn't believe how good he looked.
And he's in the other guy's backyard, and it was, you know, and he went in as a big underdog as far as the media and some of the people concerned in the game. He went and done the business, and if he's ever going to do it, now's the time to do it. Let these two have their fight. I'm hoping it's going to be an out-and-out war between them. I hope they knock lumps off each other, and then after that, we can make the fight.
And he's done that, Andy, off the back of what to him was a disappointing performance against Carlos Adames. As you watch it back, it wasn't actually that bad, but for him, mentally, it was a difficult performance. So you almost took a wounded animal yourself and had to rebuild him just a little bit.
To be honest with you, he did it himself. He's such a determined individual, Hamza. And I just knew he was going to win that fight, because of what I saw in training, how focused he was and how hungry he was to put himself, not to right the wrong, because before I was involved with him, I thought he was a big underdog against Adames going in before the fight. And he showed Adames is a world-class middleweight, probably the best in the world.
Yeah.
And Hamza get 12 rounds with him. So he proved his toughness there, and even though it wasn't a good night for him, he was still competitive. But he felt very let down. But he showed me the determination, and I just see the will and the fire in him to win this fight against Berlanga. I had no doubts about it.
I guess it shows the belief that everyone had in him to put him straight back in there away from home against Edgar Berlanga at a higher weight class.
Well, look, you know, for him, he wanted to put a wrong right. You know, he was obviously struggling at the weight. I don't know how he ever made the weight, the size of him.
I don't know how he makes 168.
Nor do I. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how he makes the weight, but he struggled to make it. Plus, he had a hand injury, but he got through it. I thought he won the last few rounds. He came out despite the bad hand, but he was fortunate to get a draw. But he wanted to put that wrong right, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
And he made a statement, and he made it in the other guy's backyard. He went into his house, and was the boss from the start of the fight, from the first bell.
Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you very much. Talking about making statements, who is going to make a statement tomorrow? Is it going to be old line? Is it going to be young line? Will Dillian Whyte rewind the clock, or will Moses Itauma put that first jewel on that inevitable crown on his head and become the king of boxing? You will find out tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. Buy the pay-per-view, people. DAZN.com/boxing. We'll see you tomorrow.
Future of the heavyweight division rolls on undefeated.
I'm called the brightest prospect, or whatever I'm called. It is just noise. It's just step by step, fight by fight. If you're gonna ask me like what's my plan in this division, is to knock Dillian Whyte out, I guess.
Going in with somebody like Dillian, who's got a wealth of experience and at the top level and so forth, would be a really big test for him.
Today gonna say that you're the best, tomorrow might say you're the worst.
You know, I ain't got nothing to prove to no one. All the pressure is on him.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
It starts with an engineer providing access to thousands of Shell EV chargers, helping supply more than 20% of the UK's gas, getting it from here to here, investing in people and communities to build skills for the energy transition. Shell is helping power the UK, now and into the future.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.